Gangubai is not just a character. I think it's feeling that I have gone through while making the choreographies for the film. Every song has been treated differently. And Dholida especially is my most special one because the last shot, it is Sanjay sir's idea. It is Sanjay sir's guidance. Alia had not rehearsed this. She had rehearsed the whole song only for her realization that it is almost a 1 minute, 10 seconds kind of a shot. So every time after finishing one shot, she would be drained, but she did not give up. So I went to her. We had almost got the shot. We were all happy. If sir's not happy, then no award is going to kind of satisfy me.
Hi everyone, welcome to midday.com, and we are super excited to have the National Award winning choreographer with us today, Kruti Mahesh, who's in the news for her latest song with Alia Bhatt from Gangubai Kathiawadi. Kruti, firstly, please tell us about the experience of making Dholida with Alia Bhatt.
It's been tremendously spiritually satisfying. We were supposed to start shooting this in Jan 2020, but then obviously due to COVID and all the restrictions, it got postponed. Finally, I shot the song in Jan 2021 with Sanjay sir and Alia. And it's almost another year, and you got to see it after a year. So it's been a long wait, but completely worth. And working with Sanjay sir has always been very, very challenging on many levels. But at the same time, it's absolutely satisfying creatively, mentally, physically, everything. The hard work that goes through with his process and his way of filmmaking has been no less than winning any kind of award.
I'm sure that pulling it off isn't easy at all. Like we see Alia in a new avatar. We have not seen her do such steps before, and they seem quite difficult. So please tell us, how did you get her to do it firstly?
Alia is just absolutely brilliant, yeah. How much ever she says that she can't dance and she's a bad dancer and all of that, she might not be a trained dancer, yes, but she's a tremendous performer, and I can't take anything away from her when it comes to being the performer that she is. Yes, it's different because it's got a lot of Kathiawadi essence in it. But at the same time, because the film is based in Kamatipura, so there's a lot of Bombaya flavor to it, to the Garba. But at the same time, I had to kind of keep a balance between the masculinity and the power of Gangu and the femininity and the grace that she brings as the lady and the powerful one. Gangubai is not just a character. I think it's feeling that I have gone through while making the choreographies for the film because I've done the whole film with Sanjay sir, choreographed all the songs. So it's not that I've just come in for this one song. I've known about Gangu. I've read the script. I've lived the character with Sir in whatever small ways I could. I mean, I cannot compare myself to a Sanjay Sir because he's just genius. The way he thinks at God's speed, and I just try to match up with him on every single occasion. And it's beautiful, yeah. I mean, every song has been different. Every song has been treated differently. And Dholida especially is my most special one because the last shot, it is Sanjay sir's idea, it is Sanjay sir's guidance. But to execute it is always something that I have to use my 200% to, because if sir's not happy, then no award is going to kind of satisfy me.
So like you mentioned, even Sanjay sir mentioned the last shot and the power and energy, that Alia required. So I'm sure that took a lot of planning also from your side and, like how to get that impact. So please tell us about that process. What was going in your mind?
I am a huge Shiv Bhakt. So every time I get into any kind of song that requires this kind of intensity and power, there's always a certain prayer that I begin with. And with this also, there was actually, we did to crack the whole last shot, kind of took a couple of days in between shootings. So once we were on set on the day when I had to shoot this with sir, the Steadicam operator, Sandeep Shetty, so Sandeep and I kind of, planned the whole shot. We designed it. I choreographed it, obviously. And then when Sir saw it, obviously there were changes because he felt the character would not do this or would do more of this. And so a small little changes happened according to that. Alia had not rehearsed this.
Okay.
She had rehearsed the whole song in terms of prep, and we had a different take on the last shot that we were supposed to shoot. So she literally came in with an open mind, a blank mind, to be very honest. She came and she said, okay, fine, let's do this. Only for her realization that it is almost a 1 minute, 10 seconds kind of a
Okay.
shot. And it does take a lot out of an actor, out of a performer. You have to dance, you have to emote. There's so many layers of emotions that happens in that last shot. It's not just about emoting it on the right music or on the right count. It's about actually transcending. It's about reaching that level of, knowing nothing, and you don't know where you are, but you still are aware of what you're doing. It's a very difficult position to be in. And at the same time, she has to be in circles. She cannot lose the circles, where she has to lose herself, but she cannot lose the movement of it. So it was not easy. Having said that, she did it a couple of times. We did shoot it a couple of times. After a few takes, it is exhausting because you see it's one shot. So every time after finishing one shot, she would be drained, but she did not give up. So I went to her. We had almost got the shot. We were all happy, but then because she was on the brim of being there, I kind of pushed her and I asked her, "Can we do one more, one last? And I will not push you beyond this." And I had a back injury while we were shooting for Dholida, so I was hospitalized for a day. So she was just being very sweet and compassionate, and she said, "Okay, I'm doing this only for your back." So I said, "Okay, fine, do it for whatever, but do it." So you never know. We might get something that we don't know. If you don't, then we already have, and then what she did is what you see. So it's beautiful. She is just magnificently amazing as an actor.
And even the other songs are not your regular choreographies, especially the romantic ones with Alia and Shantanu. The chemistry is beautiful, that old world charm. So please tell us about that as well, because also Shantanu's big break.
As a choreographer, when I'm on Sanjay Sir's set, I am just a channel for his execution. So there are so many ways of doing a particular moment or executing a particular moment, be it love, be it anger, be it frustration. They are just emotions that you keep doing it. Maybe something that I do might not be the way that you perceive it, but coming to that one point where you create a moment and then everybody kind of enjoys it is something that's beautiful. And only Sanjay sir could have actually thought of these things. There were a lot of back and forth on ideas, but the playing cards was something that sir came up with last minute, and he said, "Ye karte hain." And then how we kind of executed it and musically, played out the whole section, and it's been a tremendous experience, and especially with Meri Jaan, because it's a one shot song. The entire song is in one shot. If you see it, there are no cuts to it. So you could only try and experiment things like this when you have a director like Sanjay Leela Bhansali, when you have actors of capability like us, like an Alia Bhatt, and Shantanu, to everybody's surprise, has done a fantastic job for his first film. And every song has been special in Gangu, and I am just completely blessed and honored to have been part of the whole film. So it's a huge deal for me.
Sanjay sir is also known to be a taskmaster. So have you seen that side of him as well?
I have, but see, that's what I keep telling everybody, that I don't see it as a taskmaster kind of a situation, because I see the depth of passion that he has for his films. And if someone's that passionate, be very particular about what you want, because you envision something. And if it doesn't go according to your vision, then obviously, there are some back and forth on it, and it's completely okay. We, on a normal basis, if we don't like where our stuff is kept, where the laptop is kept, where the phone is kept, we get irritated. So a man who is envisioning that kind of magnum opus, and a canvas of pretty much everything that is big and grand on Indian cinema, well, he better be a taskmaster, otherwise you will not get to see films like what he's been giving.
Having won a national award at such a young age, so do you remember how you and your family kind of reacted when you first found out, and how has life changed really?
Yeah, there's been a lot of years of passion and love for what I do, and I don't want to say fortunate, but I have been there at the right time at the right place, is what I like to believe. I also say something that I always remember, that life में timing का ही पैसा होता है. And as a choreographer, if I don't understand timing better, then I don't think anybody would be able to. Yes, it comes with a huge responsibility having won a national award. It is the most prestigious award in the country. पर उसके बाद क्या? So many people ask me, अभी तो national award मिल गया, अब क्या? I said, अब क्या मतलब? I didn't aim or I didn't work because I wanted a national award. I work because I enjoy the process. So yes, awards are definitely. I'm very happy and honored and humbled with all the awards and accolades that Homer had received. But there is just so much work to be done. There's so much more to create. There's so many more directors to work with. There's so many more actors to work with. So yeah, this is just the beginning.
Starting out as a reality show contestant, so how does it feel? Your journey is almost like magical, I'm sure. Because I'm sure you never expected you'll reach these heights so early. So.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if magic is the right word to use. Yes, it feels surreal at many points because I come from a background of a Tam family. So I've been into studies, and profession has never been dancing or singing. It's always been a hobby. I'm a master's in forensic science from London South Bank University, so I should have been in some clinic somewhere. But having said that, dance has been an integral part of my life since the time I remember. I've been trained in classical, I've been trained in jazz, contemporary. So dance always gave me a joy that I never found anywhere else. And I think after DID is when I thought to myself, okay, now because dance has given me so much, I better give my entire time to dance and see what happens. There's no harm in doing that. So that's what I did after DID, and it's been an interesting journey for the past 12 years.
And when people still talk to you about Boomer, of course, like you said, it's an iconic number and still plays on all the music channels. So how does that feel? Because, not every piece work gets remembered after so long. And it's still, people are still talking about it. So, and of course, Deepika was fabulous, where a lot of credit goes to you.
One thing I always believe, and it's not, I'm not just saying it, filmmaking is a team effort. It's never a one-man job. If you get the right team, if you get the right kind of people to work with, it always gives an output that is very, very dear and very, very soulful. So with me also, with all the work that I do, there's always a huge team that I have backing me up at every point. And the credit always is shared with them. It's not just me. But yes, Ghumar has been iconic, and I'm just blessed that I got to be a part of that. There's so much more to do, yeah. I mean, every time I think of Saroji, I'm like, yaar, ye kiya, unhone ye kiya, and I can still remember everything. So if I get even close to 2% of what she as a choreographer did for Indian cinema, I think I'm good enough.
All right, it was lovely talking to you. Thank you so much for doing it.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Subscribe to Midday India. Get direct notifications on all our videos by clicking on the bell icon.